Hey, it's Dean here again. It's been about 2 months, a little bit over 2 months, and I know that's quite a while, but I was pretty busy with a quarter of school, so I didn't have as much time as I would have liked to make a video like this, but I've had time to do a lot of good work on the game, so there's a lot of new stuff to see. So let's jump right into it. So, one of the first things you'll notice is that the HUD has been completely redesigned since last time. This bar down here, um, the buttons have been made bigger to fill the space better so that they're easier to press, especially on mobile devices. And I got rid of the navigation buttons up here, and I made it so that you can switch and have those commands right here for rotating the camera, for honing on you, changing how much area is visible, and accessing the map. And the map is now on a whole other screen. We can just access. I want to add more buttons for all sorts of cool stuff over here. Also got rid of the different window modes, so now you no longer have the status window, inventory, and details. So instead, your character's always on this window, and if you want to access your inventory, you switch to the green action bar down here. And this gives you access to your first 8 items. And I can even just click to use an item like poison gas straight from here. I don't even have to have it equipped anymore. And I can click this button to access the all-new inventory screen. So there's no longer a need to have a little inventory window over here. There'll instead be this inventory screen, which functions somewhat similarly. It allows you to drag stuff around. And obviously there's a lot of space that isn't being used yet, but I'm going to add a lot of cool features to it that are planned and just haven't gotten around to it. I also changed the way the help thing works. You don't have to click stuff, but and yeah, so that's why we don't have any changing window over here. And down here, there used to be the target window, the map window, and the message history. And so message history is not there anymore. I'm gonna have to find a new way to access it. But you can now press this button to switch between map mode and target mode. And this is good because this means this stuff is a little bit wider. These items, all these buttons are a little bit bigger. Makes it easier to look at, I guess, and also easier to click on stuff on mobile. Although there's not really as much of a need to click on stuff in here anymore. Now there's no longer inventory there. This button doesn't do anything yet, but what it will be used for is when you have multiple targets on a space. You'll be able to swap through them. And I'm not sure. I can't really remember if I had this last time, but terrain blocks now have health values on them. Additionally, the pause menu has been changed, so instead of bringing up that menu instantly, we have all these options with these icons. It's kind of based off the start menu in like Dark Souls 3, where you have these nice little buttons. You can press this one to get you all the old options, like saving the game, turning auto scroll on and off, creating a new character. And we can also access stuff like the inventory and the map and message history. This is going to be for target details, and this is going to be for your character's status and just a profile of your character. That stuff isn't accessible yet. I mean, hopefully it will be soon, but it's in the making. So these buttons are they're fun to click on, but not much else. But when they're added, we'll be able to view details on the creature you've targeted with this, and you'll be able to view your stats along with other stuff. So yeah, that's the most noticeable thing. Also, something that should be pretty noticeable is that the addition of these new enemies. So in addition, I've just added 2 types of enemies in addition to the cats, who should be somewhere, the glaring guys, and these guys. We have these guys, Eiffels and Fuzzers, and these guys shoot. The Fuzzers, they're kind of like hedgehogs that shoot needles out in like a shotgun spread. I don't know if it's a shotgun spread. It's just a widespread. And these guys, they will shoot a rapid fire shot. These like heat bubbles, presumably from their eyes. I'm not really sure. And these are supposed to be like weaker enemies. You can see because they're a bit smaller. They're not as big as like the swamp guy, swamp moth. So they're supposed to be kind of weaker long-range enemies. You also notice that when an enemy is stunned or when a body part is destroyed, we'll have this little pop-up. See, that means he lost his right arm. And you'll also notice that for heavy attacks have this charge. Well, you see he's flashing red. He's actually flashing red because he's about to attack. But if I attack him, I can interrupt his attack and destroy him. And we see a little notification for the fact that he's stunned. But an important change is that, he's under there. Heavy attacks are now charged, so they'll take a moment to activate. You'll glow yellow when charging a heavy attack, and these heavy attacks are very strong, but they're just like usual. But the disadvantage is that if you're hit while charging, you can be interrupted. So you can't, if an enemy's flashing red and they're about to attack you, you'll be interrupted, and so you can't really use that. So you'll have to rely on light attacks. So that's a new thing. I don't think he has anything to loot because he's just a little guy. And I feel like that's most of the new features. It's pretty cool stuff, I think. But I'm not. More stuff will be added later, of course, but I guess that's kind of a good summary of what we have. So what's going to be next on the itinerary for features to add would be, I want buying and selling items. I want money to be used for more than just recruiting partners. I probably should have recruited some partners there because looking at how I died. And I want you to sell items that you get. I also want you to butcher enemies so that if you kill that monster, you'll be able to gather its bones. And you sell those, you'll be able to get its eyes, its bones, its all sorts of stuff. And so sell those to various people. Maybe cook with it, stuff like that. But I think that would make killing enemies more rewarding than just getting EXP. So those would be kind of the items they drop will be, well, they won't exactly drop them, but you'll have to butcher them. You'll be able to, I guess it's kind of like Monster Hunter, although I haven't really played much Monster Hunter. And hopefully, if I can have stuff like buying, selling items, stuff, I'll also be able to have repairing items and crafting it. But for repairing items, I'll actually want items other than armor to actually take damage. So I want you to be able to repair armor with using items, and also want your weapons to degrade also. Because it's supposed to be kind of more like a survival game style feel, your weapons and stuff aren't supposed to be permanent. You have to worry about running out, or your weapons degrading, just like you have to worry about food running out, etc. I think giving you more resources to manage would be interesting. So right now you don't really have too much to worry about when it comes to survival style mechanics, other than just not getting killed. And in addition to that, I'll definitely just want to continue improving the world generation. The structures created haven't changed at all since last time, as far as I know. But obviously, I want to add more structures and give the world generation more interesting logic to it. Darn it. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And if I can get some of these buttons to work, I might be able to release a playable alpha soon. So yeah. See you later.